everyone, Geldor here with an instructional video. This video is primarily for Planetside tank drivers, but the same ideas apply to many situations in many different games. I'll demonstrate how to get yourself into trouble with a tank, and give some simple ideas you need to get yourself out of it. Here we go, a Sunday, one of the primary targets for a tank. General rule, usually engage at a distance. Their ability to spawn infantry and their weapons are all much less dangerous at range. Now, he's making an obvious mistake in this combat, so let's stop for a second and talk about it. It's a waste of time for him to be shooting when his DPS is so low. He should be using this time to drive away. I'm expecting him to eventually realize this, and I get ready to pursue, but I'm well aware that the east side of the tower is dangerous enough that I shouldn't. You can see on the minimap that all my allies are located on the west side.
Spawn point identified.
The single most important tool when driving a tank is the knowledge of the potential hazard or safety levels of all areas near you. Why? Because if you put yourself in the wrong place in the tank, it can take a long time for you to get back to the right place, especially if you have to fight an army to get there. Nevertheless, I decided to follow. So now, already in a hazardous area, and without a shell reloaded, I'm presented with two basic options. Will I take the safer option and drive on by at speed toward my allies, or the fun option and demonstrate to a harasser crew why Vanguards always have the right of way? I think we all know the answer to that question. Of course, now the obvious consequences. As you're being hit, it's of extremely high importance to note from the visual and the sound effects what types of weapons are being used. Without that knowledge, you can't know how to respond properly. In this case, it sounds as if there are at least 2 base turrets, rockets from heavy infantry, and some totally inconsequential small arms fire. The only solution to base turrets in this situation is to get out of view immediately. Small arms fire can be ignored. The incoming fire of interest here is the heavy rockets. Almost without fail, a heavy will follow a tank that's very damaged. Usually, it's simple enough to repair through the damage of one heavy, but in this case, the area is much too dangerous to stop and turn around. So we quickly need an escape tactic that will not result in being shot in the rear by heavy infantry. First things first, the tank isn't going anywhere while it's in the red. I rarely have to pull the quick repair and drive maneuver, but this case is a good demonstration of its usefulness. The only thing that remains now is to dodge the inevitable rocket and cut line of sight. There you have it, dangerous situation gotten into, and dangerous situation gotten out of. Here, while repairing the tank, you should realize that the dangerous situation's gotten out of. However, the combat's not actually over. Many people don't know how to tell when their enemy's out of danger, and they press combat to their own disadvantage. That's about to happen here. You see the same mistake made with tanks all the time. In this case, it's going to be the heavy infantry. Now this is just going to turn into an example of a severely unbalanced fight. I'll talk more about recognizing this very common and fundamental mistake in another video. Now, I'll leave you to watch the clip at normal speed if you like, so you can see how this all plays out in real time, and how quickly you have to make these calculations in combat. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and remember to subscribe for future videos of video game tips, tactics, and strategies.
Spawn point identified. I've got eyes on the enemy spawn point. Enemy spawn point identified. I've got eyes on the enemy spawn point. Enemy spawn point identified. Visual on hostile sunlight.